early version as it loads and make sure that everything goes live accordingly. Thank you guys for joining. Those of you especially who have been waiting and hanging out this whole time. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Thank you guys again for the 14 likes already before we start. So I'll try to live up to those likes. We only have a few minutes before it starts, but I believe it's still scheduled to officially kick off here in about 30 minutes, but their stream is set to go live, I guess, with an early preview. However, as we were preparing the stream and I decided not to make a video on this, essentially, first things first, Halo signal detected. I think we should just enjoy this piece. Let me turn up the audio. There's some really kick-ass stuff coming with this, guys, so hopefully you're as excited as I am. Boom, 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 boom.
The hour approaches. Forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control. Humanity will burn. Their brazen defiance will be all but a memory. No more prophets. No more lies. We stand together, brothers to the end. We are his will. We are his legacy. We are the banished.
We are the banished. So this is tying into Halo's War 2. It's a game I have yet to play, and so I think that's going to be something that I have to rectify as quickly as possible, especially as it leads into Halo Infinity. I'm gonna go and minimize this. So again, I put the link in the chat. So if anybody's interested in checking that out, really excited to see how that ends up playing out overall. Thanks for hanging out here, Sparta, Ahmad, Chucky, Melana. Man, Melodonus. Oh my gosh. Dragonson, a little bit easier. But the link is in the chat if you guys scroll up and if you want to go watch that for yourselves. I'll try to make sure I include a link in the description of this video when it's done and available after that. Man, let's see here. Melodonus says, are you going to play Halo Infinite, Brian? Yes, actually. One of the things I don't cover content on, but I play Halo 5 pretty much at least every week. I've occasionally missed a week or two or there. Julie and I like to hang out and play some Halo PvP every now and then. I've been testing it out on xCloud, and it's really great. It's a great series. I think I mean, there's things about 5 and the story, and when you look back at the game that came out, like I think 2013, 2014, can't remember the exact date, but it does feel its age, especially as it relates to other games like that now. But at the end of the day, I've been very excited about Halo Infinity. I plan on probably playing that just as much as I've done with Halo 5 and previous Halo games. And it's kind of nice because at least, you know, it depends on what they do with the franchise and go from there. But I do think that I need to make time at some point, obviously with whatever limited time I do have, is to come and play Halo Wars 2. And that's where essentially we meet the Banished. These are the Brutes. We haven't seen the Brutes since Halo 3. They've been missing from 4 or 5, and they showed up in Halo Infinity. And so I think essentially it'll be exciting to see what that equals for Halo in the future of Halo, which we haven't seen any gameplay on. We haven't seen anything about Halo whatsoever. And I thought it was just something interesting to talk about here at the start of this, kind of live stream, hanging out while we wait for some Marvel Avengers information. Halo Infinity is I hope it's good. I really hope that they nail it. Let's go back to listening to that real quick, because essentially there's some really cool stuff that I personally enjoy. So I'm going to kind of call it out and pause at different points that essentially kind of mean more to me than anything else. And no, Sparta, I have yet to check out the Pokemon Connect this morning, but it was something I saw in Discord that it was like Pokemon MOBA or something like that. So I was like, I'll check it out and make my own decision. Ultimately, we'll have to see. So obviously this is the concern I have first things first is that when we looked at the marketing for Halo 5 originally, the marketing for Halo 5 was phenomenal. And one of the things about marketing that they've done is it didn't really live up to the game. The marketing and the story that they were telling prior to that, it was I think they did it was like on point. So when you went in and actually played the game, there was the disconnect with the story and things like that. The Bad Gamer says, are you going to be disappointed with the Pokemon Direct? LOL. And what's up, Bad Gamer? Okay, well, again, like, it feels like the news is coming in random spurts.
The hour approaches. Forces occupy the ring.
So the hour approaches and forces occupy the ring at the end of Halo 5. We see, especially with the legendary clear, and I'm probably butchering that difficulty title, but there's a special ending. Cortana has gone back to the ring. She's taken over. There's the main one, and then they have an extra special one, but she's gone back to the ring. She's taken kind of over. She's gone a little crazy with her AI. Or the relationship, especially with Halo 4, was a deep story, actually, one that was, I think, incredibly well done between Cortana and Master Chief. So, all that being said, Halo 5, a little bit disconnected, but you definitely feel what's going on with her. Like, that's, again, telling that relationship. And then you kind of see from the trailers that we've already seen for Halo Infinity, that missing thing when he reaches back for the back of his head and his missing AI chip is gone. So hopefully we'll get to see some kind of conclusion with the story and how they take it with Infinity. But, they're occupying the ring. I'm assuming he could obviously be referring to any of the Covenant or even the Forerunners. But more likely I'm interpreting this to be that he's talking about at least, mankind in some degree.
It will be under our control.
So, with an yeah, okay. So definitely humanity will burn. I would say the UNSC has control of the ring, and then he believes within hours that they're going to have control over it. So it'll be interesting to see if we play through this event, or if this is something that we've discovered after the fact, and we're, I guess, trying to pick up the pieces. We'll have to wait and see. What's going on, Rock? It's so bad, I'd rather play Pokemon Smile. What do you think, Sparta? You were the one who sent me the link originally, and I'd be curious because Sparta sent it with the link that this is like Pokemon's answer to Temtem, which I adore Temtem. I just, it's still early access, still waiting for stuff to do, But that's games as a service, I guess, waiting.
Their brazen defiance will be all but a memory. No more prophets. No more lies.
So, no more prophets, no more lies. This is obviously connecting into the original covenant ruled by the prophets, in which that we take them down and essentially kind of reestablish kind of even almost a bond with the covenant. And later, where the threat of the Flood and the threat of the Forerunners is there. Halo 4 and 5 is interesting because you still have offshoots with with different leadership, because the Covenant is completely, like, their entire structure is gone, by the hand of Master Chief in this regards. But it's gonna be neat to see. I've always felt like the Covenant was a really good threat. I haven't been so invested in the Forerunner and that concept and how that's playing out. Hopefully we get some clarity. I felt more connected, and maybe this is just nostalgia speaking. I'd be curious as to y'all's thoughts. More nostalgic towards the Covenant as the enemy and as the threat. And the fact that the Brutes are back is really going to be cool.
We stand together, brothers to the end. We are his will. We are his legacy. We are the Banished.
Yeah, so the Banished is obviously tying into, the Halo Wars 2. And I don't know the name of the guy, and he's apparently supposed to be dead, but we wonder if we're going to see his return. But it's that they're saying his will, his legacy. So, you see that little symbol. and then fade to black. So Halo, they should finally show us some stuff, some information in July, and thankfully we're not too much further away from July. So if we look at the calendar, I would assume probably after the 4th, after the holidays. So well, anyway, we'll have to wait and see. I'll love to figure that out. So, and I'll have to check out these messages and notifications at another day. Anyway, let's see if the IGN article references the original bad guy. Oh, Atrox. So that's the theory that people are running off of. So I think essentially, obviously, before Halo Infinite drops, I want to make some time to play Halo Wars 2. I enjoyed the first Halo Wars, and it's a part of Game Pass. I just haven't made time to go and play it. Most of the stream, as we wait, let's see here if it's, is it counting down? Yeah, it's counting down. Does it have music? Hey, it does. I'm curious and concerned, obviously, with music, especially with live streams. You never know what's gonna happen. Yeah. One experiment, guys, you'll probably see in the description of this video. Let's see here. I don't know what line it's on, but I do have the link to the Ginger Prime Gaming Facebook page. I don't know if I'm actually streaming on this. I've enabled multi-stream, but I don't know, man. I'm still new to that. But if you're interested and you want to go follow the Ginger Prime over on Facebook, that'd be interesting to see. Ultimately, if I'm able to get it, the monetization thing talks about 10,000 followers and so many minutes watched, and I don't know what the live streaming concept is, but it'll be interesting to see, especially as how much money they're pouring in to gaming, to see like how it stacks up to Twitch, to YouTube together. I've seen a lot of really positive stuff about it, so we'll be kind of covering that as it goes from there. Here on Tom's Guide, they've got a nice little thing talking about how with Marvel Avengers, as it's coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X, some of the updates and things like that that we might want to know about. And so you can see the latest PS4 and Xbox Series X games confirmed to get free PS5 and Xbox Series X. So I guess they're just like, oops, we're gonna. It's the naming convention, Microsoft. You suck. It's just, all right. It is what it is. You can't ever have it. Keep it simple, and hopefully that doesn't get too confusing. Upgrades for Avengers, the Square Enix highly anticipated superhero adventure due out September 4th. And highly anticipated. I'm looking forward to it since they announced it at the same time. I'm really hoping we get some clarity as to what this game is about, what the multiplayer aspects of this game look like, what we can come to expect overall from Marvel Avengers as a action RPG, Marvel's game, character creation. So yeah, we wait, and hopefully this is going to be something that gets us excited about it. And hopefully the delays haven't impacted them too much. Let's see here. Sparta says, given you have 20 minutes, you have time to watch the Kinect. It's only about 15 minutes. Actually, it's 11 minutes. It's Nintendo though. Like, they might claim me. I've been blocked because I've live streamed Nintendo stuff before, and so I won't do that live, so to speak. And especially because I don't like MOBAs. I'm sorry. Like, I've tried, and the thing is that I always say I should try the MOBA, try the game, give it a fair shake. MOBA just doesn't resonate with me, and you tell me a game type that I don't like has Pokemon, okay. If it's free, I'll totally try it out. Other than that, I'm probably not gonna touch it. If it costs money, then it's like, nah. Hey, John, I was actually just talking about Facebook Gaming. So he says, hey bud, there's multiple tiers to FB Gaming. Their level up program starts at 100 followers. You get access to stars akin to Twitch's affiliate bits. Subs come at 250 and retention viewers at 250 retention viewers a week. Thanks, John. Guys, be sure to follow John, see what he's got coming up, because he definitely knows more about this Facebook Gaming stuff. I don't know if I'm live on Facebook Gaming right now. Like, I have no idea. When I set it up to the Ginger Gaming channel. However, I think when I was hitting go live, it was like, okay, you're going to go to the Work to Game channel. So I could be live on the Work to Game page or here. Either way, it's definitely a learning experience. 2K Fantasy Gamer says, let's just hope it doesn't release only on the Windows Store for PC. Oh, dude, that is so true. That is so true. I hear rumors that that it's coming to Steam, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, good. Thanks. Awesome. And is there a multi-stream chat? So that way I'm Is anybody chatting over on the Facebook side of things? I don't know. I'm not the best at this stuff, so it is what it is. So cool, John. Okay, yeah, that's the multi-stream text is working, and it's a little bit visually weird, so that's fun. I'm gonna have to learn how to make sure I keep that up. See here. Sparta says it's Square Enix. It should be coming to Steam. Sparta, I think they're talking about how Halo is coming to PC, Halo Infinity. So it's just, I feel that. It's just you at the moment. Well, thanks for being there over on Facebook, John. Appreciate that. How does chat, like, again, I'm going to have to go hang out in some more Facebook gaming streams. What's interesting to me about the Facebook gaming news and having tested it out and waiting to see how it grows is essentially the idea that I don't think they're really trying to go just for the Twitch market. Like, they have the video uploading. I think that essentially they're trying to sit back and focus in on competing with YouTube as well. And already their layout for the gaming side of things is really good. Like if we just pull it up, fb.gg. Let's see here. Thought this game was canceled. Is it going to be an RPG? Marvel's was delayed to September 4th. They've said it is like a Destiny kind of esque thing. But you can see here, I think the layout they have is a part of gaming, and it has the little G symbol, has a lot more to offer than what YouTube has been kind of pumping out. And maybe I don't know. We'll ultimately have to wait and see how it goes. And being that it has a blend of both uploads and live streams, and the fact, let's see here. Oh, good, one person's watching. Oh my gosh, it's me. Okay, how do I mute? Wow, there we go. Hey, cool. What's going on, dude? What's up? So, all right, cool. That's good to know. So, I'm sorry I missed your chat earlier. Vintage Apollon. Whoa, it's stream within stream. All right. That was awesome. Yeah, so we'll have to see. Anyway, so it says in addition, like going back to Marvel Avengers, we'll come back to the conversation around Facebook in a minute. In addition to improved textures and lightings, Marvel's Avengers will offer PS5 players a choice of enhanced graphics modes, which kicks up the visual settings. The high frame rate mode, which aims for a constant 60 frames per second at 4K. And of course, Avengers will also benefit from the PS5 SSD, which will all but eliminate load times and allow players to seamlessly jump into missions anywhere in the game world. Better yet, you'll be able to enjoy crossplay between PS4 and PS5. That's important. You also, if you guys haven't seen the news, there's going to be a demo for Marvel Avengers first on PlayStation 4. So it seems like that is kind of being a big push. And I'm hearing rumors that Microsoft is actually getting the marketing deal kind of push for Destiny. And why I'm bringing that up in this conversation is that it's been alluded to, and maybe like whether it's corrected or not or true, the idea that Marvel's Avengers is kind of a Destiny-esque game, but it's set up as a kind of an action RPG, kind of that third person. So we'll have to wait and see. How it goes. But yeah, I think it'll be, PS5, Xbox Series X, as long as especially it lets you upgrade for free, and it uses the, whatever Microsoft Smart Delivery. That will be interesting to see how it goes. Let me catch up on chat here. Recon Boy, I love the name. Yeah, he was talking about the game being canceled, but is this going to be an RPG, which I talked about. Sorry, I'm just picking up right where I left off. Death Monkey, what's up, dude? I was going to stream this, but I think I can just hang out here. Dude, you're welcome to stream it as well, man. You can drop your link if you're live. It's up to you. Let's see here. John says, trying to pay it forward a bit. Your Final Fantasy guides helped me a bunch a couple years ago. Oh, thanks, John. I really appreciate the help and the guidance, because it's when it comes down to new platforms, I think it's really interesting. So what I've been doing, let me just do Creator Studio. Let's see here. Yeah, Ginger Prime Gaming. What I'm doing is I'm putting up our videos. I'm seeing what ones end up performing. Like PSO Radio, this one, 84 views. I don't understand why, but I'm not going to complain. And so I'm just kind of uploading some of the videos over there. I mean, insight-wise, And John, you pointed it out in the conversation in the chat, talking about like there's playlists. They have a concept of series. I don't know what series are yet. I love that this is this percentage. That just seems absurd. If only I could always have this kind of growth every week. 378,000 growth percentage week over week. That'd be nuts. Yeah, so in this case, yeah, just cool. I'm it's interesting to see. So so you can say 100 followers, I get stars. I don't know. That's cool. All right. Let's continue on our Marvel journey. Especially they're supposed to actually continue to add heroes, and that's where the RPG idea recon breaks down in my mind. Is that, am I building out a character, or am I building out the Hulk? And then you can kind of switch between the different Avengers, because that's what I mean. You don't want to play the Marvel's Avengers and not be able to play as Thor or Hulk or Iron Man. So that's going to be what it is in that regards. I just saw that notification pop up. It hasn't done the audio. But I'm going to do this for you, Chili. Oh, dope. I don't have my soundboard on. That's what I get for not being ready. Chili, thank you so much for hitting that join button over here on Ginger Prime Gaming. I appreciate it, man. Joining at the Wyvern level, that actually gets us yeah, there it is. It actually popped up now. That puts us 2 members away from our new emote slot. So thank you very much, dude. You are a soul dragon, and I love you. Yeah, I love your faces. For the first 100 members, you become founders, and you'll be your name. I'll be starting to display those in video form. So forever, and whether you can continue to support or not, you get to go nuts. The IGN chat is so toxic. Oh man, gaming. I often, and here's a theory, Anthony, and I don't want to discount people and their frustration. So take this as a crappy hot take. Almost swore. Do you spend more time gaming, or do you spend more time bitching about it? And I don't know what the answer is. I don't have the data. It's just a general curiosity that I have, and I wonder ultimately what's happening. So I don't know. There's a part of like gaming that there is a toxicity that we've had for a while, but we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, if you are a member here, would you guys drop some emotes welcoming Chili to the soul, to his upgrade as a soul dragon, and if you don't have if you're not a member here, drop any emotes you got. I just want to say thanks again to Chili for that epic support. So yeah, Death Monkey's confirming it's a live service. Let me just see if I can't catch back up on the chat here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so Chili distracted me. Was there anything else? It's always good to see you grow. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, dude. Separate modes. Sparta was talking about. At Xbox gets the same thing. Let's see here. No, silly just to hop in with you. Okay, no worries. It'd be cool if they add heroes, since yeah, we definitely want them to be adding heroes. John says, I shared your PSO radio video to a PSO2 Facebook group. I think even scrolling past counts as views. Yeah, so they have what I'm noticing, John, is they have like 1 second views, 3 second views, 1 minute views, and so they have views tracked at different markings. And so I think from an engagement perspective, that's going to be ultimately interesting to see how that plays out. Let's see here. Okay, Death Monkey says that in Marvel, he thinks that we have to find the characters to be able to play as them. That's cool by me. Let's see here. No matter what's being shown, the chat never changes. Yeah. And then Anthony says that he loves the game. Sparta says he always turns off chats unless the things like small streams, big streams always have the same kind of, I guess, stream results in that regards. I could understand that. Let's see here. Maybe I need to figure out if I could turn off the watermark on the chat, because I'm hiding behind it apparently. Let's see here. Like I just noticed that. Analytics. Settings? Enable, allow live chat to replay, and enable slow mode. See, on the thing that frustrates me about YouTube is that it only gives me the ability to say member only chat. So what I would like it is to say subscriber. Like, hey, if as long as you hit that subscribe button, come and chat, as opposed to whatnot. But they have it as member only, and I don't want to do that yet. Maybe we'll introduce a member only streams or something at that point. But let's see here. All right, I'll play around with it. Wow. We have, I think, two new subscribers. Let me just pull this up real quick. It's not showing up there. That's just thank you, Streamlabs, for not being epic. Thanks, guys, for dropping in the emotes. And thank you for subscribing. Anthony, thank you, dude. Thinking that subscribe button. Appreciate that. And I believe we also had David. Welcome to the Soul Nation. Almost said workforce. Welcome to the Soul Nation. Let's see here. So Death Monkey says, so what I'm interested in is how they plan to extend the story, because they make it sound like there's just this story and then a bunch of side missions that you can play with friends. Yeah, the story within MMOs and online games, like, that's a real challenge. That's a struggle that everybody has dealt with and continues to deal with. I wish I could turn off this thing. Let me just adjust this editor. I'll just move myself a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's see here. All right, I'll go ahead and continue on. While these upgrades sound nice, but the bigger story here is that more and more high-profile PS4 games are getting free upgrades in the next generation. This follows the announcement that Cyberpunk 2077, Madden, FIFA all get the free upgrades, but those on PlayStation 4 seem to kind of be for a limited time. See how we're looking. 9 minutes, guys. We're almost there. Square-enix has said that they'll share more information on Xbox Series X upgrade program in the future. It's unclear whether the Xbox Series X version of the game will be a part of Microsoft's Smart Delivery program, or if players will have to go another route. Microsoft has spent months touting Smart Delivery, which allows you to buy blah, blah, blah. We've all kind of talked about that. I think it's a good program, allowing you to buy the game and then just playing it on any of the platforms in the ecosystem. I think when they talk about crossplay between PS4 and PS5, it'd be fantastic if they confirm crossplay for this game here. I think between PlayStation and Xbox, I think that's going to end up helping to help grow a community around a game rather than dividing them. But if you guys have been following my content for any period of time, I've kind of beaten that drum enough. So I won't get on that soapbox right now. Let's see here. PS5 game upgrades, on the other hand, appear to be determined on a publisher basis. Same way it's actually done the same way by Microsoft. It's an opt-in, opt-out program for publishers, and EA is kind of like snarky about it. It's like, yeah, you can upgrade, but within a certain amount of time, which is weird. If we're gonna just talk about like the serialization, the annualization of EA games, it just seems strange that if they're gonna say you have a window of time to upgrade Madden, but there's another Madden in a year, so it's like, are they really losing out, or is it really just gonna be focusing on that double dipping aspect where it's like, all right, guys, they're even like, I think giving people 3 or 4 months or something like that. Ridiculous. And yeah, this is definitely a cross-gen game because it is confirmed for PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X, which, if it wasn't, that would be really weird and unfortunate. It'd be like, okay, guys, and then you'd have to 100% rely on back compat for that. Let's see here. Death Monkey says, so what I'm interested in is how they plan to extend the story. We talked about that. And Chili then says, yeah, it sounds like story can't be played co-op, or it can't be played co-op. So that'd be interesting to see if it's just like a single player game itself. My voice is cracking. Versus a multiplayer game. I'm watching chat. Lots of people dropping A's and Ant-Mans. Lots of interesting conversation, especially as it relates to when they announced it. People were like, where's Hawkeye? And if you guys remember, obviously Hawkeye was missing from the first Endgame movie. Oh my goodness, that was just nuts. Let's see here. It will be cross-gen. If TBH, if you're going to be waiting a few months after EA Sports games comes out, chances are it's going to be super discounted anyway. Yeah, that's what I was like. How much money are they really going to be making? Like, we're talking pennies on the dollar in this regards. Hawkeye and Ant-Man are our first DLC. Chili's calling it here, guys. So mark the calendar. Yeah, or just buy the next one. I 100% agree, Sparta. I personally, like, when we talk about games as a service, I would not mind it if they went and took FIFA, Madden, and all that and turned that into just, here's your game, and then every year there's some, maintenance cost that, you... yeah. Get a message on Xbox. Yes, I am still enjoying PSO2. Very much so. I need to get a new phone. This thing is just awful. Very much so. There we go. Oh. And replied. Well, the thing I don't want to see is like year-long timed exclusives on annualized games for features, aka Call of Duty. Yeah, I've been seeing you tweet about that, Death Monkey. I haven't been able to catch any of your streams, but I've been enjoying. Actually, like, I've been playing this entire season of Destiny 2, way different. Typically, I've always just lived in PvP, and so I just have like this entire list of quests that I've just not completed. And so I've been just trying to work and get my quest list knocked out and prioritize the quests that I have that are obviously on the planets and things like that that are going away with Beyond Light. So it's going to be pretty cool to see. And then at the end of the day, I've been making really good progress in PSO2. Hopefully I can get Ranger knocked out in the next couple of weeks. Ideally, it'd be great if I was able to have all of the classes up to 75 before August drops, but we'll have to wait and see on my commitment. as it does take some time. I guess, let's see here. Can I move a couple more things around? Let me unlock this. Bum, 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 bum. I'll just hide that on webcam there. Game. Cool. I'll put that there. Yeah. Alright. Digging on the music. Probably gonna get it claimed. How do you feel, Death Monkey, about the content, the Destiny content vault? Yeah, I mean that's what Destiny kind of has. Destiny has a yearly sub with their expansion, right? It's like, here's like a yearly expansion. This is what it's going to cost, and then if you just take that cost, divide it, by 12, and that's what it costs to sub to Destiny, and then essentially that content then drips into the free section, so that if you don't, like you can just play a couple years behind. But on playlists and things like that, they don't divide the community, which I find to be very successful. I personally like it, and I hopefully will see, that continue, especially as it relates to Halo Infinity and other games of that mindset. I'm curious to see if my Ultimate Game Pass includes the DLC for Minecraft Dungeons. So in July, Minecraft Dungeons is scheduled to have its first DLC content drop, and I'm curious to see if my subscription to Ultimate covers that. If it doesn't, then I'll absolutely be purchasing that game on PC, because I've I purchased it for Switch, and I'm just waiting for crossplay to come into play. Yeah, it's I'm happy to see the Cosmodrome's returning. It's gonna be fun to kind of play around in that space again, and I'm excited to see those strikes. And it's been so long. I was, even before they made this announcement, I was like, do I want to install Destiny and go back and just play the old version, and for the heck of it, for this, just for the sake of it. And I ended up not doing that, and then they announced the DCV, and so I was like, okay, cool. Like I'll just play in the Cosmodrome and the strikes then. So I just need to make sure I get all my, just more or less, I'm just kind of like trying to get my quest log cleaned up. and things knocked out. And so I was playing last night with Julie, working on Hush, which is like, man, made really good progress. And I've been just making progress slowly. I just have to have that conscious mindset. And so when I'm looking at the different weapon stuff, geez Louise, I got so much work to do. Got so much work to play, you know. Chili says, I doubt Game Pass will cover the DLCs. It's a way to make money. Yeah. They haven't announced it. They haven't said that it covers the DLC. So I'm not making that assumption. I'm curious to see. So if it doesn't, I have no problem buying the Hero Edition. I think the game is phenomenal. Oh my gosh, dude. Me and you the same boat, dude. Both PvP the whole time. I just pretty much since Shadowkeep. Like if I was playing the game, I was PvPing. I'd grab my bounties. That's what I would do. And when I wasn't PvPing, you know, I was just playing something else. So that's been kind of fun to go back and play the PvE stuff. And I've been taking Julie through like strike playlists, and I think I'd knocked out my Gambit stuff, but I have to wait and see. We'll have to see what my schedule looks like for the rest of the day. Maybe after this I'll hop on Destiny and play. Wish mod. Nice. Oh, weird. Alright, so Recon says, can't do the PvP, just seems a bit off, but I can see why it's fun for some people. If no one's ever played Gears of War 5, allow me to explain why that game is incredible. They have a PvP system, and you can use AI, so you could be kind of you versus the computer, but you and your friends, and you're still getting like that kind of credit for your dailies and like all the different things like that. So I think the Halo and these games that have PvP would benefit from a mode that it's PvP, but it's you just versus the computer to help teach the maps, the modes, and styles.
When I was young, I found an orphaned wolf cub in the forest behind our farm.
All right, here we go.
If I could instill rules, the proper boundaries, I could harness the raw power of that beast. A few months later, while hunting, the adolescent cub turned on me. We're fixing the damage the Avengers did all those years ago. Inhumans are sick. Unlimited power, that's dangerous. It's lethal. You are lucky to be alive. Come on, Kamala. Let AIM help you.
I'll take my chances. What if the Avengers were set up? I think you should see for yourself. Couldn't Mr. Stark help us with this?
Hi, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Kamala?
This better be good.
He totally locked Cap in the reactor room, and then he tried to jack the Chimera.
Son of a...
Have you all completely lost your senses?
What? Where were you while the world went to hell?
This is our fault. All of ours. You really think the world is better without us?
Yes. See, that's always been your problem. Running from who you are, what you are.
I am warning you.
This is exactly what Tarleton wants!
You struggle against the unstoppable tide of progress, Avengers. Power cannot be controlled. It has to be destroyed. I will rid the Earth of superpowers. Even if it has to end with me.
All right.
It's just got a whole lot weirder.
All right. Well, that was exciting. That was a good trailer.
What's up, Marvel fans? My name's Casey Lynch, and I'm editorial director at Crystal Dynamics. Marvel's Avengers War Table is your direct source for all things Marvel's Avengers. We've got a great show lined up with new trailers, new details on one of our main villains, MODOK, and advanced idea mechanics. And we'll take a first look at co-op and war zones.
Yes.
If you've ever thought, what is this game?
Yep.
Or how does it work?
Yes.
Then this is the show for you.
Fantastic.
Let's get into it, starting with a story trailer. In the aftermath of A-Day, everything changed.
You so-called heroes transformed San Francisco into an infectious, gas-filled quarantine zone. You unleashed diseased, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers
Is this a mobile game? No, it's a PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, etc.
I will use this second chance to make you safe. AIM will find a cure for the inhuman disease.
As a founding member of tech giant Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, George Tarleton dreamt of a world made better through science. But even as AIM promises a cure to end the inhuman infection, and the revolutionary Adaptoid project offers a world protected by science, Tarleton, a victim of A-Day himself, uses AIM's technological might and the public's fear of inhumans to convince the world that the superpowered are uncontrollable and cannot be trusted. His deranged obsession drives him to become MODOK, mental organism designed only for killing. When choosing a villain, we knew we needed someone who had the muscle and mental capacity to become an Avengers-level threat. We also wanted a new face for modern Avengers fans. Big face. But comic fans know MODOK is anything but new. His origin in Marvel lore dates back more than 50 years to October of 1967 in Tales of Suspense. Now, with AIM's drive to manipulate public fear and his ability to control machines with his mind, Tarleton and AIM are the most sophisticated threat the Avengers have ever faced. But a teenage fangirl named Kamala Khan doesn't trust AIM. In fact, she's convinced that AIM is experimenting on her fellow humans under the guise of finding a cure.
Hey,
She
Mystical.
believes George Tarleton was behind the plot to discredit the Avengers, and she has proof.
Yeah. It's going to always
As
come
you
down
get
to the
trailer of
gameplay. If the
long-disbanded
gameplay is good,
Avengers,
yeah.
We'll advance the story of the single-player campaign, unlocking more and more hero-specific missions. We know you've been asking for new gameplay that's not from A-Day. We hear you. So here's a playthrough of part of a new Thor hero mission called Once an Avenger.
Gameplay footage was captured directly from pre-release, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Lazy Enigma. How you doing today?
We're here live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Is it any coincidence that this attack comes on the very day that AIM is supposed to unveil their promising new Adaptoid program? Oh.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You should know, I'm not in the best of moods.
Wait, is that Thor?
Holy crap, Thor! Where the hell did you come from?
I was serving the commoners when it started raining bolts of metal from the skies.
It's unbelievably good to see you.
A bit dramatic, don't you think?
It doesn't matter. He's
Looks
here
fun,
now.
like that.
So the false god returns. Why? You did what you were supposed to do, Thor. You gave up your power. You should have stayed forgotten.
They don't have any of the UI being displayed while this is being played. Interesting. Going for more of the cinematic, I guess. I'm probably going to be playing this either on PC or Xbox. And if it's got crossplay, then it doesn't matter where I play. But if it's, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think they did. It was Switch exclusive, right?
Oh, hello. Just like old times.
AIM dropships inbound.
I see them.
Focus on those mechs. Kamala, you okay?
Yeah?
No. On my way. Hulk, you got this?
We got some shields they're rocking and rolling. He doesn't have his hammer at the moment, so his hammer's doing something. There it is. Okay.
Dare I ask who this child is?
We'll explain later. Don't worry, she's up to it.
Chimera's still losing altitude. Thor, can you hold it up with wind?
Tear the ship apart.
See, I'm really more interested in what the multiplayer aspects of this game are. I mean, it's fine if it's got a single player story. Not going to knock that whatsoever. That's probably going to be how they deliver a good story. Because multiplayer stories are a little different.
Who else will fall before your hammer?
Huh. That's an interesting bit of... I wonder if that's a potential spoiler? Yeah, they could probably... I mean, if the movement does feel a little... I definitely see what you're talking about, Death Monkey, so... We'll see if that translates into the final game. I don't know, I can't say that it bothers me, it just depends on how it feels to play. Well, I mean, it needs good multiplayer or people are going to play it as a story and have a good time, but based on how they're structuring this as kind of a looter... You know, I don't even know what they're shared. I don't know if it's even a considered shared world. Like, even when you look at Outriders, Outriders isn't a shared world, but it's that action RPG, which looks incredible. I'm excited about Outriders, but that's set probably to come out later, than, you know, unless it gets delayed. But
I'm on them. Nice. Security subsystems just came back online. It's working.
Can you enable lockdown?
Already working on it.
I'd love it if they had more the UI set up, so we could see how he's like triggering abilities, how many abilities that he has at any one time.
I can handle the large one myself.
You don't have to. That's the whole point.
Guys, the Chimera can't take much more of this.
I mean, that's some really good. I like that animation. Hit him up in the air and grab him.
Do not do this.
You've given me no choice. You'll find this shield familiar, Stark.
How original. You gonna steal my haircut next?
The damage has already been done, Avengers.
Open the pipe lock.
I missed that. I missed that he charged up Hulk with electricity. But I like that fact.
Kamala, Tony, we're trying to restart the engines, but there's not enough power. We're out of time, people. Brace for impact.
Hey, God of Thunder.
Stay behind me.
Now, bring it.
That looks fun.
Pull up.
Once an Avenger is a great example of a hero mission, a single-player campaign experience focusing on a specific playable character. Hero missions give us a chance to tell more of each hero's story and showcase the variety and depth of our hero designs.
Okay, so you have hero missions.
Let's take a quick look at how Thor plays. With the game's combat systems, players can string together combos of heavy and light attacks, or hold for signature attacks. Combat
Okay, a little bit of
versatility is
UI
one of
there.
Thor's strengths, from making use of Mjolnir to pin enemies from a distance, or bringing the sky down on his foes. In addition to core combat moves, the God of Thunder has a wide variety of skills to unlock that give him access to classic moves. This is one of our favorites, manual targeting. We largely drew our influence from writer Jason Aaron's run on the Mighty Thor comic. Manual targeting allows you to quickly mark your enemies for bullseyes with Mjolnir, and one by one, you can mark them and knock them down as Mjolnir comes back to you. Follow that up with a powerful ground pound, and you've got a
Oh,
mighty
that's fun.
combo. Manual targeting is
UI.
a great ranged attack, but if up close and personal is more your style, go with the hammer spin or Mjolnir Cyclone.
I like that attack into like he just bursts down lightning around him.
Heroes have 3 special heroic moves: Assault, Ultimate, and Support. When designing our heroics, we started with the signature moves from the comics and movies that we've always wanted to play. The Assault heroic charges the fastest, and in some cases, you can store multiple charges to use strategically as a part of your combos. You can perform these after charging your heroic meters with normal attacks. For instance, Natasha's Assault heroic is Widow's Bite, which is an electroshock projectile move you might recognize. You can see Nat using it right here. Each hero also has a unique support heroic that's designed to enhance co-op and team play. For example, Thor's support, Warrior's Fury, lets him channel the power of the gods to supercharge his Odin force and grants a period of invulnerability for nearby team members.
Very nice.
You can see this in action when Iron Man gets the buff as he flies through Thor's support. Ultimates take longer to charge, but they're definitely worth the wait. They have more screen clearing power, and some even have residual effects, like Thor's Bifrost Ultimate. Thor's Ultimate heroic channels the power of the 9 realms, and his Bifrost taps into Muspelheim to bypass unbreakable shields, allowing Thor to use the power of the Bifrost Bridge to do maximum damage. We know everyone plays differently, so we have melee, ranged, aerial, and ground combat skills to tailor your hero to your playstyle. As your heroes earn experience, they gain access to new skills. Skill points allow you to
So you
unlock
level
new
up
moves, combos,
each
and
character?
even new versions of attacks.
They're calling this one Crystal
As you
Dynamics,
build
and
up
it's
your
showing
heroes, you begin to see how unlocking and mastering the separate core
Hulk
skills
in the corner.
offers a ton of depth and variety on its
So
own for
leveling
every
up the
hero.
different character, that's not bad.
And that's before gear, perks, artifacts, and any kind of later game progression. So why is all of this important? Because it means your Thor will play differently than my Thor, and my Hulk
I like
will play
that.
different than yours.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that.
Another way to customize your heroes is with gear. We've previously talked about the different rarities and how perks will give you powerful modifiers for even more customization. Some perks apply special damage like plasma or gamma, or cause status effects like shrink, which will shrink enemies and reduce damage and defense. You can see Iron Man using gamma gear in this shot, and eagle-eyed fans probably noticed his laser sweep was green instead of red. Nope, that wasn't a bug. When you have gamma gear equipped, it grants a bonus damage modifier and changes the emissive color of your attack. And voila, green lasers. We know that if you look good, you'll play good. The Crystal team has really enjoyed creating all new outfits for these heroes and drawing from Marvel's 80-year history to bring so many classic outfits to the game.
If you look good, you
Each
play
hero
good.
has dozens of outfits drawn from some of the most recognizable eras and story arcs. You can earn them over the course of the story campaign by
Oh my
completing
gosh, that's
missions
funny.
and deciphering patterns. There's Iron Man's suit from the 2014 Original Sin storyline.
Oh, that's
or
cool.
Donald Blake, which is a nod to an alias of Thor's who first appeared in 1962's Journey into Mystery, issue 83. Or Tony's Stark Tech outfit that was inspired by the Bleeding Edge armor that first appeared in Invincible Iron Man number 25 in 2010. While there are a ton of outfits you'll earn just by playing, some will require completing iconic mission chains to earn each hero's iconic outfit. And some outfits will only be available in our online marketplace. You can even customize your attitude and let out your inner Hulk with the right
online.
emote.
Yeah.
I don't think that's canon. Those are just some of the ways you'll be able to build and spec out your heroes. Okay, I think it's time for another trailer. This one gives us a first look at how all that customization is especially fun when you play together.
Yes.
This is co-op and war zones.
Okay, this is what I think I've been very interested in learning more about.
AIM is firing on the Air Force.
These adaptoids of his, they harvest their powers through the torture of these Inhumans.
Georgie Boy is gearing up for war. Programmable power under our control. No more heroes.
The entire world is in terrible danger. Time is here.
I could pull some strings to spruce up the armory.
Well, thanks guys for the 18 likes. I appreciate that.
Dangerous ones.
I wonder if like War Zones is like the dark zone where the highest end raid content.
Very air breathes dark magic.
4 player. Yeah, yo. Kamala smash.
We gotta get this bird in the air before AIM comes looking for us.
Rebuild the helicarrier.
Jarvis is unencrypting the schematics and we'll get our tech heads on new gear ASAP.
Maybe, but I mean, I don't know what that would even cost to get like all the actors to be like, hey, now you're in this game.
Look at all this. Which nation state is AIM planning to go to war with? Heroes are people.
Yeah, Mystical. I mean, it's like you're seeing them pretty much from here. You got Tony, Hulk, Thor, Kamala. She was newly introduced recently, and Black Widow. Trying to think if I'm missing anybody. Yeah, they said like 5 or 6 to start, so then they'll have more introduced later.
You want to see powers? Here we go.
Time for heroes is over.
You don't get to decide who lives or dies.
It's pretty small roster right away, Mystical.
So far, we've talked about the story, hero missions, and customization. Now, let's talk about war zones.
Thanks, guys. You boosted it to 24. You guys are incredible.
War zones are missions which you can play with up to a total of 4 players or solo with an AI companion team made up of your unlocked and leveled heroes. Whether playing hero missions or war zones, you always make forward progress with your heroes. On your helicarrier, you'll use the war table to launch missions with a variety of objectives and challenges. As you saw in the co-op trailer, each mission is grounded in story, so whether you're in the campaign or war zones, you're always working together to stop AIM and rebuild the resistance.
That's good.
You get missions from Jarvis, Maria Hill, Hank Pym, and more characters from Marvel history. Once you pick your mission, you'll board the Quinjet, where you can matchmake, switch heroes,
check
choose
the
your
levels and
loadout,
stuff.
and of course, pick the right look and attitude for the job. As you start playing missions across the globe, you'll realize AIM has entrenched themselves in cities and remote locations alike, all in the name of research. War zones range from wide open spaces designed for exploration and team traversal to dense interiors with a variety of objective-based challenges.
Level design, I mean, limited as they're showing it, seems pretty cool. Hey, Derek.
Co-op trailer called To Tame a Titan.
We are watching the Marvel's Avengers War Table. It's basically kind of like a Marvel's Destiny
on that poor guy back there.
action RPG.
Larger enemies,
But instead of like you making your own character, like you level up the different Avengers they have unlocked,
etc.
etc.
Down much faster. Teamwork makes the dream work. Living the hero life is all about growth, getting stronger and better equipped to play smarter, and there are plenty of upgrades to help you do just that. As you progress through the campaign, you'll also be rebuilding and upgrading the Chimera, your helicarrier, which is your own flying base. The Resistance is a group who have banded together in the 5 years since A-Day. Some are inhuman and have powers. Some are former S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who refuse to pledge allegiance to AIM, and some just want to help.
What is this place?
We call it the Anthill. Not my idea.
You'll join their cause in the field by working directly with factions.
Looks actually really good.
Human Alliance.
I'm hoping they knock it out of the park. I think that'd be really exciting.
Nick Fury and more. Earning faction reputation will give you access to new challenges.
Hey Avengers, Hill has something she needs your help with.
New vendors and more powerful items. There will always be new threats on the horizon, so you want to ensure your Avengers are ready for anything. We've talked about a lot today, but that's kind of the point. This is a really big, ambitious game. Marvel's Avengers isn't just a global, high-stakes race to rebuild the Avengers, to save the Inhumans, and uncover the truth about AIM's plans. That's just the beginning. This is a brand new original Avengers single-player story that you can enjoy on your own, made the Crystal Dynamics way. But it's also an experience you can play with your friends that will grow as we add new heroes, new regions, and new story, all at no additional cost. Thank you for following us and believing in us. I want to give a big shout out to our community. Thank you for caring and telling us what you think. We're listening, and as fans ourselves, we're all working every day to make Marvel's Avengers worthy of your support. Please stick around after the show to ask questions and chat. On behalf of the whole Marvel's Avengers team, thank you for tuning in to the first Marvel's Avengers War Table. In the coming months, we'll talk about our first post-launch hero, our upcoming beta, and of course, our launch, when Marvel's Avengers arrives September 4th.
That looks good, guys. So, I mean, it's going to be how it plays out.
See you next time.
And let's see if we can ask a question. Crossline? I like that. I like that a lot. Well done, Square. Will it support cross-play? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, like they from the lore perspective, I think they showed him off, and it earlier teased as a part of the Thor mission that Thor killed Captain America. So, guess we're gonna have to wait and see when that happens. The beta comes first to PS4. We'll see if they answer any of these questions, etc., which is pretty epic. And yeah. What do you guys think? What like any hot takes from y'all? What you think about what we saw today with the Avengers? Well, I think they showed off Captain America. Like you can play him as a part of what they showed off at E3. The open beta is probably gonna. I think there is gonna be open beta. I think it's not really gonna be a beta. I think it's gonna be what they call a beta for you guys to test it. It could be tied into pre-ordering, which makes sense because, you know, even if like when we've seen this happen in the past, they've always been like later opening it up, etc. Did they say, what do you mean it was look based? I'm sorry, I didn't follow Derek. I don't follow the question. Loot. Yeah, it's a looter RPG, action RPG, game as a service. I don't know if it requires always online though. So they said you can play it as a single player, you know, experience. So I don't know if that means that you can just play it, you know, and not have to be online, but it doesn't sound like it's a shared world. It sounds like it's, you know, drop in, drop out multiplayer with your friends and things like that. And visually, pretty dang impressive. The movement, like Death Monkey said, kind of looked a bit strange earlier on, etc. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to answer that, and I think if anybody does answer that, Mystical, it's going to be more marketing speak. Like, it's going to be like, hey, yeah, the campaign's 5,000 hours, but that's if you do all this other BS. Like, I would expect that you're probably going to see, you know, from what they showed, anywhere from a 10 to 20 hour campaign. Well, and it could also be, early beta footage and they haven't like finished all of that. Ideally they would, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, maybe the fact that it didn't have it didn't have its UI. All right. Yeah, I should. Yeah, because without the UI, it just I was like, what is he pressing? Like, I think that would have been really exciting to see. It's cool that they eventually showed it, but I think it would have been better to see as he played. But I think they're kind of going for that more cinematic. Oh, excuse me. It is 12:30. I do probably need to get some food. I don't know. Hey, I'll figure out. I'll listen back if they announce it that it's crossplay or whatever questions and answers. I might put up a post on Ginger Prime. Guys, thanks for all those who've hung out with us this time. If you're new and you haven't hit that subscribe button, I'm not gonna judge you, but I do thank you for being here. If you feel like we earned your sub, I hope you hit that subscribe button. Thanks to Chili for hitting that join button, become our latest member, putting us 2 members away from our next goal. Thanks to anybody who tuned in on Facebook. Link is in the description of the videos going forward, and as well as in this live stream if you guys want to check out the Ginger Prime Gaming Facebook page. We're kind of testing that out. I think for me, it's really curious to see if overall, like, what's Facebook like? They're making a big play. They're buying game studios. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. Someone else joined too. We had a couple of subscribers, which is basically the follow. But I don't see anybody after you. I've a couple of resubs. So sure, let's see here. Sir Rex, Ethan, Kaz, Chris, all resubbed, all rejoined, all remembered up. I wish that everybody would just get on the same daggum page. Follow and sub, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so thank you very much for that support. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is going to be. Love you guys. Hopefully y'all are having a good day. It's just, I think we're about to get into, news thing. And like we covered at the top of the show, obviously Halo Infinity, kicking up. I'm gonna have to spend some time with, Halo Wars 2, kind of get a feel for who the Banished are and more. Anyway. Yeah, I'm used to Twitch too on that regards. All right, cool. So Sparta saying, if anybody's wondering, this game will be on Steam. That's genius. That's genius. No, any and all games like that cannot be on the Windows Store, and like give people the option to play where they want to play. That's gonna be perfect. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap. Love you. Hope you all having a fantastic day.